Hello guys, welcome to SheetMetric. So today we will learn about a function in Google Sheet which helps us in serialization or generating number list or patterns either in 1D format or 2D format in Google Sheets. So the name of the function is sequence function. So in 1D means either vertically or horizontally a list of numbers or in 2D means in a tabular form. So let's start with the function and directly understand the syntax of the function. So here I am typing equal to sequence. So as you can see, returns a grid of numbers, and so these are the four parameters that needs to be passed in a sequence function. As you can see, rows, columns, a start, and a step. So second, third, and fourth parameter, columns, a start, and a step. So these are in a square bracket. It means these are optional. Okay. Also related to sequence function, if you are not setting up the optional parameters, that is column, a start, and a step, it will by default take it as 1. Also another caveat I wanted to tell you guys, so whenever you want to set it up, let's say fourth parameter, a step which is other than 1, then you must set column and a start while entering sequence function, right? Similarly, if you want to set third parameter, a start, as any other value other than 1, then you must set the previous parameter which is optional columns. Okay, so let's directly try to play around it. So sequence 10, so it will generate me numbers in 10 rows, and since column, a start, and a step I am setting it as optional, it means it will generate numbers in 10 rows and in one column, because one is optional parameter, and it will start at 1 and it will take a step of 1, means increase by 1. And I am setting it up as 1 only, and it is a starting, let's say I want to start it at 50. So 50. So it has a started number from 50 to 59. If I want to, let's say, ask it to generate it at an interval of 5, it will generate like this. It can also help in making a sequence decreasing. So 50, I am asking it to decrease it by 10, minus 10. Similarly, if you want to change the a start at 0 and a step is minus 1. So this is a demonstration of sequence function. So I have brought some of the use cases of sequence function, and which we will learn during further in the tutorial. So that will help us understanding it better. So serial number in a column or vertical, this we already saw. However, one thing I wanted to demonstrate to you. So you must have seen many times where we need to enter something like, let's say, name, and you have to put serial number over here. So you can do it like a sequence, and you want to set it up for 500. Sorry. So this is a previous formatting, guys. Okay. So I have set up this formatting because there was some previous formatting. So here, rather I want, whenever I am doing an entry, this gets updated. Like currently, since there is no entry in here C6 or cell number C7, so these numbers should not be populated. Means I want this to be dynamic. So what I will do, so I will take help of a counter function. So count A, so it generates, it returns us the number of values in a data set. So data set, sorry. So our data set is starting from here C3 to end reference C. Okay. So you can see it is saying that there are 3 values, and if I am making it here Krishna, so it is updating it as 4. So I will use this. So now in sequence function, I'm referencing this. Sorry. Let's do cell. Okay. So as I would be putting any value over here, it will get updated. Okay. So obviously the values you will pass without us skipping any row. So so this I have referenced it here. However, it can be directly embedded in the sequence function. So sequence count a, and our entries are starting from C3, C3 to as we would be putting anything here. Get up. So increasing, decreasing, we saw. Let's try to generate a serial number in horizontal direction. So sequence, here I want only one row, values in one row, while I want it in 10 columns. And let's say I start at 2, a step 2. So it will generate us even numbers. So here this is hidden. So it has generated us values like this. Here we can also do it. Let's say I start with 20 and we can do it decreasing. So this is a serial number in a row or horizontal. Serial numbers at an interval of 3 or table of 3 equal to sequence at, I want to generate 10 rows, one column starting at 3 and with a step of 3. So it will generate as a table of 3. Here also there is a previous formatting. Okay. So and here also let's say I want to start it at 300. So it has generated as number starting from 300 with an interval of 3. We can make it decreasing by changing the step, means fourth parameter, to a negative number. Fourth use case is numbered list at an interval of 7 with starting at 500. So I am changing it here. So 500 and at an interval of 7. Next, let's go to product code generation sequence. So you must have seen there are product code uh, uh, like this, and so on. So I want to generate this through the sequence function. So what I will do is this is a mixture of text or a string. So this, and then I'm combining it with the AND function, and then I'm writing sequence. I want to generate 10 product list. Okay, one column. I start with 1000 of one. Okay. It has not returned it in other because this is an array, so I need to put it in array formula. So Control Shift plus Enter. So you can see. Similarly, on a similar lines, you must have seen invoice numbers which follow a serialization. So let's say I want invoice format to be in this format, INV for invoice slash financial year, okay, 2022 2023, and then serialization starts at, let's say, 5000. Okay, and I want this to be generated at 5000 for 5000. So here the string is inv slash 2020 slash this, then, and because I am combining a string with another number, sequence, I want to generate 10 invoice numbers, one column. The serialization starts at 5000 with a step of, and since this is an array, so I will wrap it in array formula, Control Shift Enter. Let's also understand how to generate a 2D array. Let's say I want to generate a 5 by 5 matrix. So equal to sequence I want 5 rows. I want 5 columns. I want it to start at 1 and step at 1. Okay, so it has generated us a 5 by 5 matrix, and we can definitely change it. Let's say a step I have changed it 3, or you can do it changes like to generate like 1.1, 1.2, these decimal numbers. So here the key is ideally we we want to generate a number like this, and then we will do some transformation around here. So this is easy to generate 11, 12, 13, 14. So equal to sequence. I want to generate 10, one column, starting with 11 and a step 1. Okay. So it has given, now I need to divide it with 10. So what I'm doing it over here. So I am dividing it with 10. Okay, but it has not expanded to all the 10 returned value, because return is an array. So I need to wrap it in an array formula. So Control Shift Enter. So it has generated as 1.1, 1.2. It also works for date serialization equal to sequence. Rows, I want to generate 10 sequential dates in one column. I am starting with today, and a step as 1, because each day will increase. So I need to change the format. So this has generated as the number which is encoded inside a date formatting. So I went to format, I went to number, I change it. So it has generated list of 10 dates. Also, if I want to generate weekly dates, let's say every Monday, every Tuesday, then we need to change the interval or a step to 7. So, so thank you guys. Thank you for staying tuned with SheetMetric. Hope this had been useful to you. So please share this video with your friends and colleague who can get benefited out of it. And please subscribe